We're moving on to something very, very exciting now. It's time for us to select the lucky draw winners of MetaShot Lucky Draw Contest. So now to take things forward, I would like to invite Mr. Ronak from MetaShot. I've been informed that they are selecting not one, but two lucky winners. So let's wait and find out who are going to be these lucky winners. They'll be getting the Meta Bat, a revolutionary innovation of MetaShot. Here we have Mr. Ronak from MetaShot, all set to talk to us about MetaShot and help us find out who are the winners, right? All right, over to you. We'll just wait for a moment. We still have two chairs to be moved from the stage. It is not as easy as you think. All right. So did you all visit the counter? Did you all visit MetaShot's counter? There was this interactive activity. Did you all try it? Yes or no? Yes. How many of you tried? Okay, the booth is still open, right? So in the next break, please go there and give it a shot. It is very interesting. I tried and I really enjoyed the experience. All right, Ronak, the stage is all yours.
Hi everyone, I'm Ronak Chandak from MetaShot. So how often do we find activities to bridge the gap between the two generations? The parents often struggle to connect with their child of their same hobby. And here comes the cricket. Cricket has been something which has been praised since from decades in India and now in world. And IPL is a season where we celebrate it like a festival. Matches like RCB versus Chennai Super King, RCB versus Mumbai Indians, it's a huge rivalry and everyone enjoy watching their game. And our product, MetaShot, you just have to connect, like you can convert your living room into an in-home stadium. Our product has been loved by many cricketers, the tech gurus, Bollywood celebrities, and many other influential people. We are not building the game. We are building a venue where you can celebrate and you can create memories. Thank you so much.
So Ronak, shall we go ahead and select the lucky winners?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's find out. Requesting, yes, the video. All right, so I think we can go ahead and find out who are the lucky draw winners. Let's have that screen. Yes. So this is a brand featured on Shark Tank India. How was the whole experience? Do you know? Did they tell you? No. All right. Yes. I think we are good to go. All of you have been registered for this lucky draw as well. So just like last time, we'll be showing the winner on the screen. All right, here we go. And come on, come on, come on, come on. The lucky winner is number 02130, Abraham Itiaib. Abraham, are you here? I have a feeling he's here because I can see a lot of his friends turning back to look at him. Abraham, are you here? Please, you don't want to. Please come on stage. Abraham Itiaib of Stel Holdings Limited. So, are you the one? No, he's not present here. No. That means we'll have to do it once again and select another winner. Sure, na? Abraham is not here. Calling will not work. I'll just say the name once more. Abraham Itiaib. I think it's only fair that we select somebody else. All right. So can we do it again? Let's find out who is the lucky winner. 02076, and that is Vinod Kumar C, Muttuj M Cred Limited, and here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause. Indeed, today is very lucky for him. He is winning this amazing product from MetaShot, the MetaBat. Congratulations, sir. So do you like playing cricket? Now you can. Congratulations. Big round of applause. So like we mentioned earlier, we are selecting not one, but two winners. So now let's go ahead and find out who is our next winner. Zero 0170 Rajneesh K. Singh, Race Power Infra Limited. Rajneesh. I hope he's here. Rajneesh? Not here. Okay. That means we'll have to select somebody else. Let's do it again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hope and pray that your name comes up. 02059, and that is John Vargas, Dhanlakshmi Bank. I have a feeling he's here. Yes, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, let the applause continue till he reaches the stage. Our next lucky winner going home with the Meta Bat by MetaShot. Here we have John Vargas of Dhanlakshmi Bank. Congratulations, sir. We hope you get to have a lot of fun moments playing cricket with MetaBat, and thank you so much, Ronak. Now, it's time for us to move on to our next partner session. And to take the same, I would like to invite on stage our platinum partner, HPE and Skylark, requesting the representatives to kindly come on stage. Welcome.
Hello, can you hear me, guys? Okay, great. I think what a great time to enter on the stage after such a interesting panel discussion. Guys, okay. Everybody's talking about AI, right? And some of the panelists are saying that it's a threat, and some are saying it's not a threat. And I completely understand because the way AI has transformed in this last 10 years, there's a huge change. Because today, now, we understand how to utilize the data which is available with us. Okay, that is where you see the transformation coming in. There's a journey AI has taken, okay? And that is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what is the concept behind AI factory, what NVIDIA is doing, what HPE is doing, along with our multiple customers, industry verticals, and how are we addressing the challenges which customers are facing today, right? We were talking about a lot of challenges. And some of the panelists has actually talked about the security challenges, right? So how AI is going to address those issues and problem statements. My name is Chetan Raut. I'm from Mumbai. I'm part of HPE. I'm managing NVIDIA Alliances for India. I thought I'll make it a bit interactive. I don't know if you have seen these images before. Anybody? Just raise your hands. Okay. Can you just tell me what is this first image? I mean, explain me. John McCarthy. Great. Thank you. What's your name, sir? Sorry? Thank you. Thank you, sir. I mean, he was the person who coined the term artificial intelligence almost 70 years back. So that's why I'm saying there's a transformation, there's a journey AI has taken. Another image? Anybody? No? Okay. This is one of the largest image database. And why it is so popular? Because Long time back, almost 20 years back, LXNet, as a convolutional neural network, used GPUs to process images. And there was a competition happening which was done by ImageNet at that point in time. And LXNet won that competition because for the first time ever, GPUs were used to process and work on the images which was available in the databases. And that's where the journey started, where NVIDIA started focusing on data center GPUs, right? And you can see what is happening as a part of India AI mission. Today, India is at the forefront of deploying GPUs across different verticals. Okay, we have got approximately 30,000 GPUs already got deployed, used by multiple startups, model builders within country. We have got 3 or 4 model builders within our country itself. We can give competition to companies like OpenAI, Perplexity, Gemini, right? We have got multiple model builders which are available now. We've kind of developed their own LLMs in the country, right? Sarvam, Jani, these are some of the names. Bharat Jain, some of the names who are doing amazing work with Government of India. So as I said, this is a long journey, right? From 2012, we started talking about perception AI, where we were kind of identifying an object, okay? We were detecting the object, medical images, processing a lot of those images. Generative AI was a transformation year for us, because if you see, ChatGPT came and we started using data. We started creating content. What is Gen AI? Gen AI is all about creating content, right? Whether it's voice, whether it is image, text, whatever it is, right? Then we are moving towards agentic AI. Today is, uh, if you are like planning a holiday trip, your agent will able to not only book your tickets, but it will also tell you that your passport is getting expired, you cannot travel outside. That's the intelligence, that's the automation, that's the decision making today's agents are taking, right? And every person today, or maybe in the future, will need an agent. And the physical AI, self-driving cars, right? Today, it's a reality. In US, we have self-driving cars running from Google, right? I don't know if you've seen Waymo, heard about this? Okay. This is a self-driving car which is running in SFO, right? I would like to show you a small video. Just dim the light, yeah, thanks.
This is how intelligence is made. A new kind of factory. Generator of tokens. The building blocks of AI. Tokens have opened a new frontier, the first step into an extraordinary world, where endless possibilities are born. Tokens transform words into knowledge and breathe life into images. They turn ideas into videos and help us safely navigate any environment. Tokens teach robots to move like the masters. Inspire new ways to celebrate our victories.
A martini, please.
Tony, light up.
Thank you, Adam.
And give us peace of mind when we need it most.
Hi, Maroka.
Hi, Anna. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Emma. We're gonna take your blood sample today, okay?
Don't worry, I'm gonna be here the whole time.
They bring meaning to numbers to help us better understand the world around us. predict the dangers that surround us, and find cures for the threats within us. Tokens can bring our visions to life, and restore what we've lost.
Zachary, I got my voice back, buddy.
They help us move forward, one small step at a time. And one giant leap together. And here is where it all begins.
So how many of you now think that it's a threat? I don't think so, right? There are a lot of developments happening in every field today. Okay, so the most important topic today was to explain you what AI factory is. I'm not sure, have you heard about this term AI factory? Anybody? AI factory? Okay, good, thank you. So AI factory is a concept. What we're trying to say over here in a normal factory scenario, you input some raw materials and you come out with some finished goods, right, in a normal factory scenario. What we are trying to do over here in AI factory is we are trying to input the intelligence into the infrastructure in the form of data, in the form of models. We are talking about LLMs, right, today. And what we get as an output is tokens. The whole video which you saw earlier was talking about videos, right? Tokens, right? So we need to understand the token economics. We need to understand how, and as an organization, as a CIO, how you can generate your own tokens, okay? Rather than paying huge amount of money to the hyperscalers, where they are charging you money is based on spending and generating tokens. So token of intelligence, you get the business outcomes out of that. And that is the basic concept behind AI Factory. What we're trying to say is generate your own tokens. Have a controlled environment, have a controlled view of your AI infrastructure within your own premises, rather than depending on the third party. So this is how it looks like, right? A framework, I would say. We have got the infrastructure in place with the supercomputers, with the data storage, networking, GPUs, the complete software stack. The important part, apart from GPUs, is the software stack, right? Because that is where the AI tools, the application, the frameworks, the software development kits, models will be running. And if you get a complete support on premises from NVIDIA and HPE, that will help you to kind of manage and create applications successfully and deploy that in a successful environment. So if you see, it's a cycle, right? Because when we are inputting the data, the models, your own IP, because you're creating your own IPs when you have your applications running in your environment. And then when the customized model is getting deployed in your infrastructure, it is getting fine-tuned. and your prototype is getting generated and is deployed in a production environment, right? It is again getting fine-tuned and again getting trained, and basically this whole cycle goes on. Okay, and that's where you basically get the accuracy. It's all about accuracy, right? If you don't have a data strategy, then the output will not be very much accurate. That's where we have seen a lot of pilots are getting failed, not getting into deployment because of one of the reasons what I'm talking about today. So these are the three important things: the model quality, your data, the cost per token. Of course, we need to also show the ROI when we are investing in such a huge infrastructure, and the latency, how fast you can train your models, how fast you can get the inference done out of that, how fast you can generate your first token. Okay, on ChatGPT, you can't wait for seconds to get the output, right? You need to get the output immediately. That is what you have to see how we can get the output faster. Okay, this is the kind of architecture. Okay, we have got the complete software stack. We have got the NVIDIA certified system and basically the HPE certified systems. Networking in the form of InfiniBand, Ethernet switches, your the storage component, everything basic kind of combines and create the architecture of AI factory. And the most important thing is NVIDIA AI Enterprise Stack, which comes as a part of the overall scope. What it gives you is the models which are available in the community, in the open source community, the partner models, the community models which are available. We have categorized that into AI and data science workloads, and also the infrastructure management with, okay, I'll just take 5 minutes, guys. Sorry, I cannot cover everything in 10 minutes. I just need 5 more minutes. And of course, the cluster management, okay, to manage the complete infrastructure. This is how the blueprints look like. You get these blueprints, which are nothing but your pre-trained models, pre-trained workflows, okay, which you can deploy easily with your set of data, customized data, and deploy that in your own environment. It is very much available on the platform itself. Okay, you have got blueprints for your customer service, your visual AI agent for video search and summarization. You are kind of generating some videos, you can do some search and summarization out of that, and you can also do a chat. Okay, for digital twin is another important use case for manufacturing industry, right? We can create some digital twin for any product for your manufacturing units. So there are some common objections today. Yes, the GPU's cost is high. I understand that there's a challenge in this. But it is not necessary that you need a very high-end high-end GPU version, right? You don't need a Blackwell B300 for a 3 billion parameter model. You may run that on RTX Pro 6000 also, right? So it depends on your requirement. It depends on what exactly the problem statement is, what kind of models you are running. All these factors are very important when we size the infrastructure for you, size the GPUs for you. And the frequent architecture changes, yeah, it will come. Every year we'll see some new GPUs are coming up. And AI factory is a huge investment. No, it is not. We won't say that you have to invest huge on AI infrastructure. It, as I said, it completely depends on what exactly the problem statement is and how you want to scale that up. The scalability is very important because it is not easy, okay, because a lot of you might be doing a lot of these pilots, right, to see how successful it is in a production environment. But somewhere we need to start because uh, we have to learn from our mistakes. We have to learn from whatever experimentation we are doing, right? So it is important that we are doing the experiment, we are doing the pilots, we are deploying some of the models in the production environment. It's okay, we fail, but at least there's a learning coming out of that. Yes, data sovereignty, your IP protection, low cost per token, and full control. These are the three important things which you will get when you are deploying your AI factory solutions. Approximately 22.3 trillion of investments going to be happening in next 5 to 6 years. That is approximately going to be 3.7% of the global GDP, right? That is the kind of investments we are getting on AI. And how we can address that? What are the challenges? First of all, scalability, because if you see, there's a huge computational demand, right? Data is growing on a daily basis. There's zillions of data which is getting generated. Complexity, there's a gap in the specialized expertise. Skilled people are less. We just need to see how we can utilize, how we can grow that skill gap, where we are facing those challenges and creating a complex environment for AI. Cost, of course, inference is going to be a huge cost because when we deploy, we need huge number of GPUs, right? And you are spending a lot of money on hyperscalers for that. Data sovereignty and privacy, and of course, the risk of IP, which may go out, okay, which to the external party or third party, there's a threat which will come. So we need to address these challenges and how we can do that. HPE has kind of started positioning AI in the market in 3 different ways. Turnkey AI factory at scale, and for sovereign AI. Okay, we have got different products and platforms which are available. I don't have time to show each and every stuff right now. We can actually, offline, we can discuss sometime in future. But we have got 3 different platforms available to address your requirements for AI infrastructure. We'll manage from data ingestion till monitoring. This is what you get. Not only NVIDIA AI Enterprise Software Stack, but also the software stack coming from HPE directly. Your Kubernetes, your cluster management, your orchestration layer, everything is built in, bundled. This is my last slide. And this is something which you can customize it. Earlier, it was something which was coming as a part of a complete stack, okay, in a rack, factory integrated, implementing it in 2 to 3 days. How much time it takes to create and deploy an infrastructure of AI? It takes huge amount of time. It takes almost months. I can do this, we can do this within 3 to 4 days. Available in different t-shirt sizes. And this is something which you can customize it based on your requirement. All components are same. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights with us. Very quickly, let's move on to the next partner session, inviting our platinum partner, Nutanix, and this, let's welcome the presenter on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi. Thank you. So when this presentation is getting loaded on the screen, I was here post-lunch, carefully sitting and, watching all the sessions which were happening, right? I could see that most of the sessions were themed around AI, and I understand that AI is a very core component, and it's a immediate concern for all our customers, right? Being the leaders in your own industry, you are still experimenting with what to do with AI and what should be your strategy and things like that. But The most important thing for me, and that's going to be the primary focus of my presentation today, is to take the focus a little bit away from AI. I'm not taking it completely away. I'm still going to discuss about AI as a whole. But what is important is that what are the challenges which we are facing in today's context, right? Because there are a lot of things which are going on in the world around us right now. When we talk about the leadership strategy, see, we are in a very volatile situation. When I say volatile situation, there are things happening around the world which are not in our control, and it is directly affecting us. How do we change our strategy to get a better outcome out of the current situation? That is what is the focus. Point number one, what I want to talk about is supply chain shield. Everyone knows that it's not only the IT supply chain, even the energy supply chain is affected, and IT supply chain is affected due to various different factors, right? How do you, so whatever recommendations we have listed down there itself, right? First and foremost, how do you come out of this session is basically ensure that you are able to decouple your hardware and software, and ensure that when you are building an environment, it has multiple vendors included into that. And the second important thing is, how do you make your operations more agile? Today, if you have a rigid infrastructure, you are not able to respond fast to whatever is happening in the industry. How do I make it more agile is another strategy which you should be able to adopt. First and foremost, how are you going to make your workload portability seamless? What do I mean by that is, today you are running a workload on a particular environment. How can you move it very quickly onto some other environment? How am I going to manage all of them from a single place? So on and so forth, right? And the last point is very important, right? Whenever you buy a specialized hardware, you need to keep a team or at least one or two people who are fully trained on it, or who have the right skills. That is called specialized skills, and you become dependent on them. How can you reduce those dependencies? That also makes plays an important role. Now, with whatever is happening in the world politics, every government is putting more and more control on how the data is generated, where it is stored, where it is visible, how it is moving across different geographies, right? So ensuring that you are able to embrace the sovereign cloud is going to be very, very important for you. I said that I will not ignore AI completely. So being AI smart is also a very important requirement for any CIO. So when you're talking about AI, many of us read many things, right? One, we talk about in AI, you have something called training and then inferencing. But as an organization whose core business is not AI, you are going to deal more with inferencing than training. Training is required. But once the training is complete, the business is going to realize the value of AI by investing on AI inferencing, right? Ensure that you are having localized infrastructure for it. Why that is required? In the previous session, he talked about token economics, right? Token economics is unpredictable on hyperscalers. Unless you find a way to control it, you are not going to have a proper financial management in your IT environment. Now, it's very similar to how cloud operated, some time back, right? Cloud gave you a cost, and then when you ported your applications, you couldn't believe the bills which you got. It's called a cloud bill shock, they call it, right? So ensuring that you are able to have a predictable token economics is very, very important. And last but not the least is that economic resiliency. End of the day, by doing all these things, what you want to achieve is economic resilience, which basically means that given a situation, even if it is in a worse situation, you are able to adapt and ensure that you are giving efficient and cost efficient solutions for your company. Now, how many of you know about Nutanix? Just show of hands, please, as a company. Little hands. I can see that some of you know about Nutanix as a company. But what do we do? I will do a short introduction about Nutanix as a company, right? What do we provide? We provide something called private cloud infrastructure. Okay, looks a little complicated. I will put it in some other ways. Whatever the public companies, public cloud companies are offering, let's say Amazon or Azure or GCP, can someone provide it on-prem? That is what we do. So what we are doing exactly is that we are abstracting the infrastructure, we are removing the complexities of the infrastructure, and we are giving all the IT functionalities as a service. VMs can be provisioned on top of it. You can have different services. So the private cloud infrastructure is able to give you the compute, storage, networking, security, everything built in as a simple and easy to consume unit for you, right? So we are removing the specialized services like how do I manage my virtualization separately, how do I manage my storage. All those complexities are removed, and we are giving you a easy to consume infrastructure for you, which can be deployed anywhere. It could be in your data center, it could be in your branch office, it could be in your service provider infrastructure. Wherever you would like to deploy, you can deploy them. Now, recently, starting from 2019 onwards, we have started partnering with the hyperscalers, starting with AWS, then Azure, and now GCP. So that means whatever environment you are running on premise, we are able to run the same thing on the the hyperscaler clouds also. What's the advantage for you? If you are going to move your application from on-premise to cloud, you don't need to do something called application refactoring. You can move as is. Okay, one of the complexities of moving any application from on-prem to cloud is that you have to do refactoring, which takes a lot of time and it requires effort from your side. So by combining the private cloud infrastructure with public cloud, we are able to give something called a hybrid cloud. And the hybrid cloud can also operate across multiple public clouds also. So we, in effect, we are giving you hybrid multi-cloud for you. Okay. And on top of that, we also have extended services. Like, we give you all sorts of data access. If you want files, NFS, SIFs, or object-based S3 compatible storage, we are able to give you. We are able to give a lifecycle management for your databases using database service. We give you Kubernetes, data services, and we also have an enterprise AI. Enterprise AI is tuned primarily towards one requirement only, is that if I want to put my AI into production for my end users, how can I productionize the AI? Okay, so that's a simple use case of enterprise AI of Nutanix, and that is what we do effectively. Now, all of them needs to be managed. These are different components. Now, like AWS also can say that I have so many services, but how are you going to bring all of them together? In case of AWS, it's called AWS console. That's the only console you have. You can go and provision whatever you want. In Nutanix, we have cloud control plane. Again, a single interface where all the services of Nutanix is available for you to configure and consume. Okay, there are multiple facets to it. Due to the paucity of time, I'm not going there. But now I want to talk about one more thing. External storage support. Nutanix does not require an external storage for the purpose of running our environment. However, since customers have a lot of external storage available in their environment, we have extended our support to Dell EMC based storages and Everpure or Pure Storage. Pure Storage is renamed as Everpure, so Everpure we support. And we also have an engineered system called Flash Stack, okay, which is an engineered solution with Cisco, Everpure, and Nutanix, right? So that's what we have. And very soon, we are going to add NetApp support also. Okay, so if you have any of these storage, it can directly work with Nutanix as a stack. Now coming back, right, I want to refresh our memory and I want to show you what we can help you in the 5 of the problem areas which I mentioned, right? Very quickly going through this. Obviously, Nutanix uses something called AOS. AOS is the Acropolis operating system. It helps you to abstract the hardware. So it basically helps you to gain more independence, right? And the last on the supply chain shield is the NC2, Nutanix Cloud Clusters. I talked about AWS being one of the cloud partners. When you have a burst of workload coming in, if you don't have capacity on-prem, you can immediately provision it on the cloud, and when you increase the capacity on-prem, you can always bring it back. And that migration can be done very clearly. Just 2 minutes, please. Almost at the last slide. Yeah, so again, similarly, in each and everything, right? Operating model for agility, again, Prism, I mentioned about this before. Prism is a single tool which is going to help you to manage your entire infrastructure, right? Sovereign cloud, of course, it's a very focused. The most important thing is that ensure that you localize the data, because government is ensuring that more and more policies force you to keep the data local, and it has to be stored secure in a secure way also, right? Being AI smart, again, when we are talking about AI, we understand that most of our customers need to run inferencing workloads, and that is where Nutanix is going to help you to run these AI models with pre-validated solutions. So that means we have done our testing, and we are ensuring that when we are giving it to our customers, you are able to deploy it with confidence. Right. Yeah, so that is mostly about it. Now, this is my last slide. Why you should select Nutanix as a platform, right? First and foremost, freedom of choice. We don't restrict as to on which hardware you need to run. You could run it on HPE, Dell, Lenovo. It's your choice, right? All the leading vendors we support, we also have our own appliance, so you can deploy on top of it. One unified platform. Whichever place you deploy Nutanix, you are going to manage it from one place, from one console, right? Simplicity again. We have designed the interface and the services in such a way that there is a very little learning curve involved in terms of managing it. Just think about iOS as an operating system for Apple, right? iOS is designed so that you yourself can learn by just using it for some time. It is designed somewhat very similar, right? Customer delight. Nutanix is very proud to say that we have been holding this net promoter score above 90% for more than 8 years now. Okay. I don't want to elaborate about NPS as a score, but if you go and look at what is NPS and try to compare what is the NPS score for other companies, right? Now, I want to conclude by saying that you want to build a nice house, okay? What others see is the application stack, which is what you see, which is standing above the ground. But what is very important to make sure that you are able to stand up a beautiful house is the foundation, and Nutanix helps you to build that foundation. Okay, so that is where Nutanix can come, and along with our partner Digital Track, we will be able to give you a cloud-like functionality on-prem. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. All right. So how about we go ahead and select our next set of lucky draw winners now? Yes, do I have your permission to do that? Yes? All right. So eyes onto the screen. Let's find out who are our next lucky winners. This time also, we'll be selecting 3 winners, and you know the rule. Even if your name comes up on the screen, if you're not present here, in the auditorium, inside the hall, then we cannot give you the prize. So please make sure all of you are here inside the hall as we select the lucky winners. All right, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on. And looks like we have a winner, 02088. Prajesh of Muthoot Capital Services Limited. Prajesh, he's here. All right, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the applause? Here we have our lucky winner coming on stage. Congratulations. This is definitely a very good day for you. Please, sir, come on stage. Like I said, we'll be selecting 3 winners. Our first winner of this set is here on stage. Now let's go ahead and find out who is our second winner. Yes, yes, yes. 02155. Basant Kumar Chaturvedi. He is present here, right here in the front row. Congratulations, sir. Basant Kumar Chaturvedi of Perfect Van Mill. Congratulations. Let's do it once more. Yes? All right. Here we go. 02083. Sunil Raj from UST. Sunil Raj, are you here? From UST, Sunil Raj. I've taken his name 3 times. He's not present here. That means we'll have to do it again and find another winner. Yes. Let's do it. Zero 2171. Nitin Kumar Jain, Gravita India Limited. I hope he's here. Timing really matters. You have to be there in the hall. And yes, our winner is here with us, Nitin Kumar Jain. Please come on stage. And now to hand over the prizes to our winners, I would like to invite Mr. Celestin Thomas on stage from the Kerala chapter. And of course, we have a lot more prizes coming up. We've just selected 3 plus 3, 6 winners. Like I said, we are selecting around 12 winners. So all of you have got a good chance. Here we go, handing over the prize to our lucky winners. Congratulations. And of course, yeah, you should take the center stage while receiving the prize. Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors.
Hello, everyone. Next lucky draw will be a bumper one. It's not actually planned, but thanks to Dynabooks, so they are actually going to give a 1 lakh rupees worth laptop as a lucky draw. Okay, so all of you would have received a message in the WhatsApp, like, how to get qualified in that. You need to go to the LinkedIn page of Dynabook. You need to follow them, and they will choose all the people who actually following Dynabook. And it's not just 1 lakh, 1,06,000 rupees worth laptop. And I'm not going to say when we are going to have the lucky draw, but it will be very soon.
Wow, what an exciting news. Now things have definitely become very interesting. So yes, I hope all of you listen to him clearly. You stand to win a laptop that is worth more than 1 lakh rupees. Things have definitely become very, very exciting now. So please do the needful, follow them on LinkedIn page. And you all stand a chance to win a laptop that is worth 1,06,000 rupees. Okay, that is a good news. So with this good news, let's move on to our next session. I would like to invite on stage our gold partner, Comvault. In the interest of time, I would like to request all the speakers to make sure that your presentation is within the given time limit. So together, with a big round of applause, let's welcome the representative from our next partner, Comvault. I believe he's ready. Is he not? He is ready, ladies and gentlemen, but I think for him to come on stage, there needs to be a big round of applause. And of course, you need to wear your mic. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? I hope all of you are finding the sessions to be informative. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. So, I have a small question for all of you. I'm sure all the Malayalis present here in the room know the answer. So, Malayalis, don't answer this. This is only for the non-Malayalis present here. Can you tell me which is the oldest surviving martial art form in the world? Oldest martial art form. Yes, sir. I'm going to come to you. Oldest. In the world. Not in India, in the world.
Oh, world, I don't know, but I think Kalaripattu.
Kalaripayattu. That is the oldest in India. But you're not sure if it is in the world.
In the world, it is just hitting each other.
Well, sir, you are right. Kalaripayattu is the oldest martial art form, not only in India, but in the world. And of course, Kalaripayattu, Suki sir, yeah, ask him. Okay, yeah, so like all of us know, Kalaripayattu is the traditional martial art form of Kerala. And very soon, we'll be having an authentic demonstration of Kalaripayattu. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up, and this is just one among that. And of course, the speaker is ready. So how about we welcome him on stage with a big round of applause. Everyone, last time he did not get that. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, been a long day, right? So I'll try to keep it short and interesting. I know everybody's been through a lot of data and a lot of things, but I'm just going to talk about few facts, right? And how Commvault really helps organizations overcome those issues. So I don't know whether this was covered during the day or not. Anybody has any idea how big is the cyber crime economy? Any idea? So last year, 2025, it was $10.5 trillion, which is, and this year it's in 2026, it's expected to cross $12 trillion, which is the third largest economy in the world after US and China. It is more than 2 times, almost 3 times India's economy. That is how big it is. And the same research also shared one more interesting fact, that it is supposed to be more profitable than all the known drug trades put together. That's how profitable it is. So it is not surprising that the number of people entering into this is unprecedented. People are looking at alternate career paths here, and it's very organized. So that is number one priority for CEO today. How do we have cyber resilience? But there is another priority which is equally important, which is investments in AI. The leadership believes that this is the only priority that they need to go after, that they need to embrace to have multifold growth, and they are able to differentiate from competitors. Both these, cyber resilience and AI, being 100% driven by IT is your responsibility, unfortunately. With all the problems that come along with it, and all of you know, whoever has stepped into the AI arena and has evolved from generative AI to agentic AI would know the unprecedented scale data generation that happens, right, with every AI initiative. Thereby, all this data has to be completely governed, secured, and restored if responsible. And there are many other issues that come along with that, but again, that rests with the leaders in this room itself. Now, this $400 billion worth of investment is supposed to generate trillions and trillions in in revenue, and that is why it's not going to go away. It's there, it's foundational, it is getting embraced. Again, just like cyber attacks, it is only a matter of when for you as leaders. Given at any point of time, you will have to step into this and embrace this within your environment. Now, you would have heard all kinds of um, attacks happening. You would have heard AI being used to attack, but there are new threats that are coming up which are which completely look normal. Let me give you two examples. And these are live examples. In one case, an agent, AI agent, was manipulated with some hidden commands to exfiltrate data. So it looked very normal. It was a normal command which was given and the data got exported. In the second case, which is again, I mean, if you read about it, you will get to know the customers also I'm talking about. In the second case, the attacker used an AI agent to automate a complete cyber reconnaissance. They used it instead of a human being, there's an agent which actually is surveying the entire environment, finding vulnerabilities, the kind of vulnerabilities that you have, what kind of attacks can be done, and then do the attack as well, completely. And imagine if this happens, the scale that we're talking about, because now it's an agent, and you can have hundreds of agents do this against this whole generation, and they have got to get right only once. For us, it is, we will have to be right 100% of times. So this is the scale of protection required today from a cyber resilience perspective. All traditional tools, right, which were used for backup or passive insurance that we will use it in case we are attacked, will no longer be able to catch up with this scale that we're talking about. You actually need a tool now, a platform now, which is as active and acts as a defense layer wherever your data travels, and it travels with that. And this is where Commvault has recently announced or evolved their Commvault Cloud platform into something called Commvault Cloud Unity. It is a AI-powered, cloud-native platform which integrates, which unifies identity resilience, data security, and cyber resilience. It's a significant shift on how resilience operations get carried out, because this is a completely automated platform. There's a lot of AI which has gone into this, which has gone ahead and automated this platform so that you can match the scale which I just talked about, an AI scale. Now, another activity which is very important for all the leaders who sit here, who are responsibility for resilience within their organization, and I was having chat with few of you at our booth, is defining your minimum viability or minimum viable organization. I don't know, for benefit of the ones who don't know this, this is nothing but a subset of your organization which brings together the critical applications, the critical talent that you need. It is basically a critical set of people, processes, and technology that you need to get up and running, to get your lights back on post an attack. So you need to triage your environment now. Okay, these 5 are my most critical applications that are super critical for me to get my lights up and running the fastest. Whatever set of talent is required to run that, whatever infra is required to do that, and the process required, and separate that. You will need to have a separate process, a complete automated run book to get this environment up and running, and that's how you go tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, so that the traditional way of coming back, right, which takes months, in some case weeks, some case months, right, is now taken care of and you're up and running fast. So what do we do, right? Where do we help our customers create this environment? This scales across your entire environment, whether it is your on-prem environment, whether we're talking about SaaS environment for you, or whether we're talking about cloud environment for you, or whether we're talking about your edge devices. And this should also span across all kinds of applications that you run, whether they are your legacy applications, whether they are your SaaS applications or the AI stack, which I just talked about. You will have to do this as an activity, and our platform actually enables you to do that. And then you use the platform to drive that. Five stages that go into your recovery process, which is what we help drive resilience with our customers, and which is where we help our customers reduce the recovery time. And that's the game of resilience. If it is taking you months, how can we get down to weeks? If it is weeks, how can we get down to days? And if it is days, how can we get down to hours of recovery? Because every day, every hour of cost of downtime is going to impact the organization, not just from a revenue perspective, but also from the brand perspective. So the first recovery that is done is usually of identity. That is the pillar you bring up first, so that people are able to access the system. The people who are supposed to work on the recovery are able to access the system. The second is your communications recovery. The third is where you recover your data. The fourth is where you actually test your environment, bring back your critical applications and infrastructure, right? And then you get onto production. This whole process has been automated in Cloud Unity, completely automated. And single platform. You would realize, I don't know how many of you have witnessed a cyber attack. Unfortunately, if you've done that, there are two types of mindsets we get to see people have. One is, why work only with one tool or one platform? Have multiple tools so that your dependency is not on just one. And there is another who think about the platform approach. My observation has been people who witness the attack go with the platform approach, and people who've not witnessed the attack try to not get locked down to one tool. They like to have, different eggs in different basket. So when we talk about this, all of them get covered in my platform. I help my customers recover their entire identity environment, recreate their environment in matter of minutes and hours. I help them secure their Office 365, Google Workspace, endpoints, if they are using any of that, again on the same platform. I provide them air-gapped environment which they can use on Azure, AWS, GCP, OCI, whichever is the hyperscaler of their choice. And like that, I can help my customers rebuild their application and network infrastructure in matter of minutes using a solution called Cloud Rewind. One question which perennially is there with our customers is that, what's more important? How fast can I recover, or how clean can I recover? Right? This was an or option, right, for our customers, but with Cloud Unity it becomes and it becomes a reality. I will just touch upon four critical components. There are many other components to the Unity platform, but I will just start from something called a synthetic recovery. When I said this is AI powered, synthetic recovery is a way where Commvault as a platform finds whichever is your cleanest copy of different categories in virtual machines, in files, in database. In every respect, it will find out which is the cleanest copy, n-1, n-5. Put that all automatically together and completely create one consolidated recovery environment for you. This activity usually takes a lot of time for an administrator and the organization to find out the clean copy in every and then bring them together. It is completely automated. The second is clean room recovery. This is the first service that we launched. Before now, I've heard some of our competitors have also launched this. But this helps you in pre and post attack environments. This is one environment where you can do constant cyber recovery testing without impacting your production environment. It is guaranteed clean, and we help our customers create this. And if post an attack, because you're not sure about your environment being 100% clean, this is one environment where you could recover your identity, your data, your applications, and actually start your production from this. And this is a great place to do your forensic analysis as well. Satori is a great governance tool, again AI powered, lives with data right from generation till death, and it helps you intercept, inspect, classify, monitor the movement of data so that you can intervene at the right time. And ThreatScan is our anti-malware engine, which is again AI powered, which identifies known threats, and also identifies hidden threats which have not known so far, which are not known so far. Three simple case studies I thought we'll pick up from South and I'll share it with you, right? First is IP Rings. This is a manufacturing organization which had multiple tools for backup, and they were the ones who were wanting to go to the cloud, got impacted by COVID and also downtime of a hyperscaler. We helped them recover this entire known case study available on site, right? You can read about them. Book My Show. I think all of you will know who Book My Show is. With our tools and Cloud Unity, today, even if everything goes down for their site, everything, including applications, we help them recover this entire environment along with applications in just 43 minutes. That's what they take to get the environment using Cloud Unity. The last one, right, which is issue worldwide, operates in 180 countries, multiple hyperscalers. They had two problems they were facing with. One was getting the entire site up and running across multi-region area of different and two types of hyperscalers they're using, AWS and Azure. How do we do that? Second, because of this, their costs were really going up, shooting up big time because they had to constantly keep investing on the native data. We brought the cost down drastically. Plus, we've also ensured that they are up and running and regularly testing their sites to see they are running. With that, thank you so much. I just want to leave with one last slide for you. This, I think, should be of interest to everybody sitting here. Anybody who knows a CISO or who is a CISO has a great opportunity. You know, Times Magazine worldwide recognizes people in different fields, and they have 50 categories: CEO of the year, the most impactful AI person of the year, etc. They've created a 51st category called CISO of the year. And the nominations are open, right? We are sponsoring the 51st recognition of CISO of the year worldwide with Times Magazine. The nominations opened on 23rd of March. They're open till June 20th. You can scan this code, or you can come to our booth and scan it there, or you could write to one of us. We will provide you with the details. 25 people will get shortlisted worldwide who will be invited to various networking dinners across San Francisco, New York, London, Singapore. Plus, on July 11th, they will be invited to the FIFA World Cup final in Miami. In September, we will announce the winner, and the winner gets to attend the high impact networking dinner with leaders from worldwide, right? In US, right? Which is what will be of great interest to, if not you, to your colleagues. Please get them to us. With that, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you have followed Dynabook's page on LinkedIn, because the next session is by Dynabook, and right after their session, they'll be selecting their lucky winner. So you all stand a chance to win a laptop that's worth more than 1 lakh rupees. So if you haven't followed them on LinkedIn, do it right away. Before that, I would just like to take a minute and invite some very special people on stage. So all the new members of the Kerala chapter, can I see you? Please raise your hand, all the new members of the Kerala chapter. Yes, can you all please come on stage for a moment? Please, this is your day. This is your first GOCC. So the existing members, all the seniors, how about we welcome them on stage with a big round of applause? Definitely the young stars of the day. Let's welcome the new members of the Kerala chapter of CIO Association on stage. All of them have joined our community after the last GOCC. So here we have all of them. There are close to 60, but not everyone is present here with us today, but all the new members who are present here, please come on stage. I'm sure all of you deserve a grand entry, a grand welcome. Yes, so that is exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to give them a grand entry. To make this entry special, we have even arranged a song for you. A song that is, full of energy, power-packed song. The biggest hit song of the previous year, and technically even this year. The song from the blockbuster movie, Durandar. Understood? The Akshay Khanna entry song. So now, you're all the stars of our family. We will be playing that song for you. I want all of you to dance accordingly and make a smashing entry, mass entry. Good to go. Understood the song, right? You know, this is like the easiest song, easiest steps ever. Do you remember the steps? Does anyone remember the step? Anandar, no, that won't be another Durandar. It is going to be fun. This is your moment. You know, it's all about the attitude. The steps are very simple. Just use your elbow, slightly move your feet, and then if you want, you can just look at the audience and do a salam. Very simple. Okay. And a salam. All right? Can you just try and do it? Just try and do it. Come on. Very simple. Just move your hands. Come on. Hands both open. Slightly move your legs. All right. So, how about we all show them some solidarity, some support? How about everyone join them? Clapping is one thing, but joining is the next level support. Yes, wherever you are, can you all please stand? Everyone, see your community. So, I want all of you to stand in two groups on either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this side, and the other 7 on the other side. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Now, I want you to make the entry from the side. When we play the song, yeah, stand in a slightly diagonal position. Go back. We don't want anyone in the center now. Towards the side, towards the other side. And now, once we play the song, I want all of you to make an entry dancing to the song and then join in the center. All right. And all of you, I want you to support them. Why are you all not standing? Come on, everyone. Let's all be there to support them. Wherever you are, I want you all to dance to the song. All right. So here we go. Music.
Yeah.
Everyone.
اي والله ها فليبر دوس عندي خوش فصله يا اخي تفوز والله خوش رقصه يا اخي دوس عندي خوش فصله يا اخي تفوز والله خوش رقصه عندي لك رقصه قويه يا الحبيب اسمها صبوحه خطبها نصيب مد يدك كنا بتعطيها كف وهز شتفك حيل خليك شديد عطني رقصه الفريسه زيد عليها شوي عندي بيزه حق المحتر اللي نعرفه صيده سوي لي وقفه دانا هيبه.
Wow, what a coronation. Didn't they all do it really well? Can we have a thunderous round of applause for the stars of the CIO Association Kerala chapter? Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you. All right. Literally, the stars, definitely not Durandars, by the way. So thank you so much for bringing up our energy level as well. That being said, we are moving on to the much awaited session by Dynabook. And like I said earlier, after this session, we'll be selecting their lucky winner as well. So ladies and gentlemen, with extra love and a big round of applause, let's welcome on stage the representatives from Dynabook and Tecvlon. Where is the applause? Come on. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. So I'd like to thank each and everyone for giving this opportunity. We have now taken Tecvlon for this. We have selected the Tecvlon as a partner for this event, and we are going with them. This is the next. Basically, you must have heard about Dynabook, and this has got rebranded. That's how. You must have heard about Toshiba. That name has got rebranded as Dynabook. And why it has been rebranded? It has been acquired in the year 2019 by Sharp. And it's a part of Foxconn and Belkin. It's a part of the group. But we continue the Toshiba legacy on the manufacturing as well as on our own design and architectures. The journey started in the year 1985. The world first laptop has been launched, and the innovations continues almost for 40 years. How this innovation, right from the latest Copilot PC, 14-inch lightest laptop, how the journey from 1985, the main thing is the first laptop, as I said, and the first world wireless docking. Not only that, the first 4K laptop, the first Win 10 Pro AR smart glasses, the first 14 lighters AI PC and 899 grams. See, this innovation going 40 years, it's not an easy one. We have taken all those innovations on every path to continue it. Even now, we are coming out with the world lightest 13.3-inch laptop and as well as on the convertible 13.3-inch. Why Dynabook? How we differ from others, from the competition? As I said, we have the legacy of this Toshiba. Dynabook, we have our own innovation, right from not only just manufacturing or assembling, we do the architecture, design, development. That's where the highlight we have. This is our factory in China. All our Tecra and Portage enterprise class models has been manufactured here. And the very important thing is, as I said, not only the just assembling, it's right from the architecture as well as the designing. So we have a complete control on the quality, and we are able to not only the complete control on the quality, we have an in-house BIOS also. So we have full control on the manufacturing of the process. These are their presence, global presence. It's not an India company. Our headquarters based out of Japan, and we are comes under the Dynabook Singapore. We have different entity. Basically, it's a global organization. It's not only limited to India. So that's what we are like to highlight here. We have presence in Canada. We have an entity in Dynabook America, as well as in Taiwan. We have a design center, and all the Asia Pacific comes under the Singapore entity. Not only just the presence, we have global service networks. That means all of the enterprise class notebooks of our Tecra and Portage comes with the default international carry-in warranty. That's what we are able to offer, not only the services in India, as well as the other services, global services also, other countries also. This is just a link which is available even in our India website. Where are the locations in the across other countries we are able to provide the service? It is available easily and accessible. Coming to the India, the service currently we provide, it's a purely on-site service. We cover almost 496 locations, and from the stage one, the processing of the calls and doing it itself, we make it very simple. It is not the traditional way of you call someone, wait over the phone and do all those process. We do a dedicated services where there is an email service. You just log the call and you will be getting a reward within half an hour to 45 minutes with the ticket. So what are the locations? This is basically for any commercial notebooks. Normally what they ask for it, what are the services they get, how they can get the support. This is just a glimpse, like if you log into our website, whatever we talk about, generally the terms and conditions on ADP, battery warranty, everything is being documented in our website. That's what we have just put a snapshot of all that, because it's not just an oral communication, we also document to our customers and we value on it. And these are the other services we provide. And these are the locations, major locations. We have our own dedicated service manpower. It is, even though we have signed up with Axle service support for our Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, all the Tier 1 cities is being covered by our direct manpower. Direct manpower is on roles of Dynabook. People go and do the services. So that's why we have a complete control on the services. It's been monitored. As I said, India is an on-site support. Currently, we are covering around 496 locations. These are the major locations you can see, which has been split between north, east, west, and south. Okay, and we are continuously improving this based on the end customer requirements, because this is where we play a vital role here, because without on-site service support, we will not be able to cater to any enterprise class customers. So that is very important for us. Yeah, what are the value-added services? For any enterprise class customers, there will be a requirement, not just not a notebook. There may require an imaging services. Yes, we are able to provide it. There may require an asset tagging. Currently, we are doing with our existing customers like Oracle, Technicas, those who have been doing all those services, and customized logo, like instead of a Dynabook logo, boot up logo, if you require an your organization logo, it can be customized and been done. And not only this, BIOS level configurations also being done, and also Windows autopilot, local supports. So all those value added services can be provided at what the request. This is just for your eyes on the glimpse, like what are the, whom we are currently working on the customers. Some of our the global customers, for example, Brother, Supermicro, all those are Mitsui Chemicals, SMBC, all our global customers, as well as since we are in the Cochin, we have the uh, Kerala customers, some of the, for your eyes, we have been currently, they are working with us. And we also started taken initiative on the GEM, basically India manufacturing. See, the major thing is since it's on Japanese, we have a factory over there in China, and the current policies, you will be knowing it, we have to start our manufacturing in India. We have taken that initiative and we have successfully completed that. Couple of our product ranges has been already started manufacturing in Chennai, and we have even started our supplies for in Chennai local India manufacturing, and we have been supplying also. And major thing is we cover the enterprise, large and VLE as well as medium Japanese, and PSU government made in India visibility among the PSUs, and territory expansion basically we are doing for the SMB products. Okay, our major goals on this is faster delivery. Choose your own vendor. That means like wherever we give an option of selecting their own vendors, and we also provide option for 24-hour bar support. It's not like 24/7, so 24 hours. Suppose like on a normal working hours, you require a support, any technical support you require, yes, that option is available, and we can sign an SLA based on your environment and requirements. We have already signed SLAs with our existing customers on the service support. And second thing is a dedicated sales account manager. Based on your requirement, we will be able to provide a dedicated account sales manager, dedicated on-site manpower, and also dedicated service engineer support can be provided if the volumes are being high end. These are the basic deliverables what we have been talking now. Yes, as I told, we have a customer attractive ADP terms, which is very important. See, normally, generally, in a normal scenario, we must have heard about general 1-year ADP, extension of an ADP up to 2 years, 3 years. These ADPs have definitely have a terms and conditions which can be customized against your requirement. So that can be also been signed. And coming to our product portfolio, Dynabook B2B portfolio. Here, why we are saying it's a B2B portfolio. Dynabook basically you must have not seen in any of the retail outlet because we are not present in the consumer market. We are a totally B2B commercial notebook company. We are not present in any of the consumer. We are not present in any of the online or any of the e-commerce, or even though sell from our online presence. So it's a purely a back-to-back company, and we do have they do only the commercial notebooks across all the range. Is purely a commercial one. So what you're seeing here is we have 3 range. One is the Portage, which is the premium series. Tekra is our mainstream range, and Satellite is basically to cater all the SMB market. Portage, the main highlight is on the convertible, we have the Portage X30WM, which is the world lightest 13.3 convertible laptop. Why we are saying this? The way I think we have put our all the models on the showcase for your touch and feel. You can literally have a look and understand what is that exact weight. So on the Portage on the top end, Z40 LN 14-inch, which is the first lightest AI PC. When I talk about why I'm calling it an AI PC, it supports an Intel V processor. It's a full AI PC ready. Here, I'm just giving the competition details, like how we are compare ourselves, which models of competition, just for your reference, just for a glimpse on an idea. Like against Dynabook, what are the other models you can consider, like again EliteBook, ThinkPad X914, as well as Dell Pro 14 Plus. These are the models been equivalent. Here we have highlighted with differentiated these ones with some colors, with the green as well as red. The color differentiation basically is to highlight like how we are better on when compared to the competition. For example, certain parameters we highlighted green, that is a 4-cell battery. We have a Dolby Atmos speakers, Dynabook in-house BIOS, which is more secure. And again on this, we have taken some 10 parameters and we have taken the 6 parameters where we have got highlighted against the competition. These can be shared against the request. And moving to the next model, as I said, 13.3 is a convertible. It's a fully touch, weighing just 979 grams. It's a mill standard notebook, and it also supports a stylus pen. And this one can be customized, as I said, based on your requirement. So this is again a comparison of these models with the competition. Again on the Portage series, we have the 14 lightest with all the connectivity ports, weighing just 1 kg. And this one also compared with the competition with HP EliteBook and Lenovo Dell. Yeah, so other one on the Portage is X30LM. So here I'm just moving a bit fast because I understand the time constraint. So the details, if on the request, as I said, we can share it one-to-one. We have a 14-inch Portage also, which comes with full metal body with all ports, which has been compared with the competition. And there is a mainstream which is A40, which is a 14-inch, and same thing we have in a 16-inch also. Okay, so the other model is the SMB model, as I said, satellite, which not be customized basically. It is a predefined spec which can be selected. So that is option is available. We are coming to the main thing after the portfolio. So for a detailed idea about the product, I would request each and everyone to drop into our stall to have a better touch and feel experience. So we are moving into the lucky draw contest, what we have been doing it. So I think, thank you. Yeah, please take it.
Thank you so much, sir. And yes, we are moving on to the much awaited moments. To help us announce the lucky winner, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ranjit Vishwanathan, Country Head, India, and also inviting Sia Sriram, Zonal Manager South. And from Tech Avalon, I would like to invite Prini and Prashant, the directors. So like we mentioned earlier, Dynabook has decided to gift their brand new laptop to one lucky person sitting here. It's time for us to find out who is that lucky person. Shall we do it? All right, so here we go. Eyes on screen. Come on, come on. Can we have a round of applause? Come on, keep cheering for the winner. Let's find out. Come on, come on, come on. And the number is 02310. Congratulations, Ailred. AVT. Yes, Ailred. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Congratulations, you have won a brand new Dynabook laptop worth more than 1 lakh rupees. Indeed, a very, very lucky winner. Congratulations from all of us present here. Requesting the entire team to hand over the prize. Let's see it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. As members of the same fraternity, let's all congratulate him on his win with a big round of applause. Thank you. And also a big thank you to the entire team for doing this for us. Ranjit sir, what do you have to say on this occasion? Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Good evening. Yeah, such a wonderful time for us. Thank you, Tekvalon, for their continued support to Dynabook. This particular laptop, I will just take 1 minute time of yours. The laptop which we are given is called Tekra A40M, which is a 1.39 kg model. One of the best models we have been selling to almost 90% of our enterprise customers in India, including the Oracle. If you look at the Oracle, there's some we say all the major customers, if you look at, we have been selling this laptop. We are well known for the lightweight category. The 4 important world's lightest category rests with us, with 13.3 inch, with 14 inch, with 16 inch. All these are under our records because the lightest 13.3 inch laptop, you would have seen it in the booth. What we have already kept it, that it's only 875 grams. That means that any of your iPhones, if you look at this particular iPhone, the laptop which we are seeing there in 13.3 inch is just double of this weight. That's it. It's 875 grams. So we are good in this. And as of today, we are a growing brand in India. And we expect all the support from the CIO friends over here. And thank you very much. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving on to some of the most exciting moments of GOCC 2026. I would like to request all of you to enter the hall and be seated because I don't want you to miss the upcoming moments. We are moving on to one of the main highlights of our celebration. It's time for us to witness a very captivating Kalaripayattu performance. So like most of us know, Kalaripayattu is a combat martial art form wherein the artists perform using real weapons, real different types of daggers, swords and blades. What makes it even more gripping and risky is the fact that they don't even use protective gear to cover their head or chest while performing. It is all about the skill, the control and the concentration. Perfect blend of mental strength and physical strength. You know, it is basically a very raw, a very intense, a very electrifying performance. And that is exactly what we are going to showcase here today. Our performers are all set to turn our stage into a battlefield. My question is, are y'all ready to enjoy this experience? Yes or no? If yes, can we welcome them with a big round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to witness a captivating, a power-packed Kalaripayattu performance. Here we go.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is well. First of all, we introduce yourselves. Our Kalari name is Al Mubarak Kalari Sangam, Calicut in Koilandi. And thank you for the wonderful, great opportunity for us. And today we are very lucky to hear because you are going to watch the ancient martial arts of mother of all martial arts, the one and only Kalaripayattu. It have 4 stages of the Kalari training. First one is the Methari. It means the Methari is the body controlling exercise. And the second stage is Kolthari, use of wooden weapons and long stick, short stick, etc. The third stage is Angathari. It means use of sharp metallic weapons, sword, flexible sword, knife, dagger, and etc. And the final one is free hand fight or Verum Kai. It means use of free hands like a karate, kung fu, judo, etc. And the last one, your encouragement is our big energy. We need your full support. Thank you. First of all, Guru Vanakam or worshipping the master. Guru Vanakam or worshipping the master. Samagal Tumatuch. Samagal Tumatuch. Kai Turang. Tirisinala Toni. Valatum Edatum Padinjir. Kai Malar Tirji Tan Namaskirch. Talayurti, Kai Tirichurch. ഇടത് കാലം ഉയർത്തി വലത് കാലം ഉയർത്തി സമകാലം. Next, you're going to watch Valum Parijayam. One of the most dangerous weapons Kalaripayattu, Valum Parijayam, Zod and Shield Fight. The third part of the Kalari training, Zod and Shield Fight, going to performing. Let's welcome our artists Vishnu and Ashwin. Zod and Shield Fight. Thank you. Next, you're going to watch Kettukari Paitu. It means use of long stick fight. The second part of the Kalari training, use of long stick fight. Going to performing our little artists Sayanth and Shreya. Sayanth and Shreya. Use of long stick controlling exercise, performing Shreya and Sayanth. Thank you. Next, you're going to watch Tuvalakette. It means knife attacking and cloth defense. This is a very dangerous Kalari Paitu training. It's a knife attacking and cloth defense. Going to performing our artists. Let's welcome Shamil and Chiku. The knife attacking cloth defense. Wow, the knife attacking, the cloth defense. The knife attacking, the cloth defending, performing Chiku and Shamil. Thank you. Thank you. Next, you're going to watch wall fight. It means Zod fight. The third part of the culinary training, the Zod, the Talwar fight. Going to performing Faiz and Anas. The Zod fight, performing Faiz and Anas. Thank you. Next, you're going to watch something special. Vadivishal, it means the stick controlling exercise. The second part of the culinary training, the stick controlling exercise, is going to performing the 15 years old guy, the national champion and the state champion for the stick controlling exercise. Going to performing Sayam, Vadivishal, the stick controlling exercise. Oh, come on, Sayam, the stick controlling exercise.
Next, use of long stick when performing shark keeper. Use of long stick. Oh, come on. Next, use of long stick controlling with both hands. Use of long stick controlling exercise with both hands. That is science.
Oh, come on. Sayam, the double stick controlling exercise. Thank you. Next, you're going to watch the first one, the backbone of the Kalaripaitu Meithari. It means body controlling exercise. This is the most important thing is Kalaripaitu, the body controlling exercise, the body controlling flexibility. Going to performing our artist Sreya and Aisha. body controlling exercise performing Aisha and Shreya. The first part of the calorie training method is a body controlling flexibility. Wow, come on. Performing Shreya and Aisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the great support. Thank you. Next, Mara Pidicha Kundapaitu. It means sword and shield and spear attacking. It's also known as the snake and leopard fight. The sword and shield and spear fight going to performing our artist. Let's welcome Vishnu and Ashwin. The sword and shield and spear attacking. Wow, sword and shield and spear fight performing Vishnu and Ashwin. Thank you for the great support and good performing by Vishnu and Ashwin. Next, the 18th step of the calorie training, Malakangal, it means the diving skill demonstration. The 18th step of the calorie training, the diving skill demonstration going to performing. Let's welcome Shreya, Sayant, Chiku and Shakib. Shreya.
artist, Shakib. Put your hands together. The diving skill demonstration. Our artist, Shakib. Come on! We're performing Shakib Kartanala. Thank you. Next. Venmai Fight.
Venmayu, the Axe Fight, going to performing. Let's welcome Faiz and Anas. The Axe Fight, the third part of the clarity training. Let's welcome Faiz and Anas. Come on, the X5 performing Anas and Faiz. Thank you. Thank you for the great support and performed by Faiz and Anas. And the final one of the most dangerous weapon in Kalaripayattu. Anybody guess what is the weapon? What next? Wow, nice. Big clap. That's a good one. That's Urmi, one of the most dangerous Kalari weapon. The weapon used by Srimati Unni Archa. And the Urmi Paitu, the flexible Zoud controlling or flexible Zoud fight. Going to performing our artist Ashwin and Vishnu. Let's welcome Ashwin and Vishnu. Thank you. Thank you for the great support. The first and last Guru Vanakam of worshipping the Master, the Guru, the worshipping the Master. Let's welcome our team. Guru Vanakkam or worshipping the master, the first and last, the worshipping the master. സമകാൽ തൊഴിൽ വെച്ച് കൈ തുറന്ന് തിരിച്ചു നിലത്തോന്നി വലത്തുമെടുത്തു പടിഞ്ഞിരുന്ന് കൈ മലർത്തി താൻ നമസ്കരിച്ചു തല ഉയർത്തി കൈ തിരിച്ചടിച്ച് ഇടതുകാലം ഉയർത്തി വലതുകാലം ഉയർത്തി സമകാലം. Thank you for the great support and the first and last, one of the best and one of the great opportunity for us this. And thank you everybody. This is Al Mubarak Kalari Sangam, Calicut. Thank you. Jai Hind.
What a power-packed performance. And we have a bigger round of applause for them. Everyone, let's thank them with a big, big round of applause. Even though the performance was for just a few minutes, what we saw here is a result of years of practice and perseverance. So thank you so much, team, for giving us this unforgettable experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving on to one of the main highlights of GOCC 2026. We're moving on to the moments where we recognize and honor excellence. We're moving on to the moments where we present the prestigious Tech Jewel of India Award. Some individuals don't just excel in their fields. They redefine what is possible for an entire nation. Today, we honor one such extraordinary individual, a man who represents determination and the spirit of modern India. Let's take a look at his journey.
In an era defined by technological advancement, strategic capability, and national resilience, there are individuals whose journeys embody excellence across domains. Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair is an accomplished officer of the Indian Air Force, a distinguished graduate of the National Defence Academy, and recipient of the President's Plaque and Sword of Honour for standing first in the overall Order of Merit. Commissioned in 1998, he brings with him nearly 3 decades of service and close to 3,000 hours of flying experience across multiple fighter and transport aircraft, including MiG-21, Jaguar, MiG-29, and the Sukhoi 30 MKI. As commanding officer of a frontline fighter squadron, he has led high-performance teams in mission-critical environments. In recognition of exceptional courage and service, he was awarded the Kirti Chakra, India's second highest peacetime gallantry award. A Category A flying instructor and an experimental test pilot, he has contributed to both operational excellence and technological advancement in aviation. He has also been recognized with the Agni Excellence Award by DRDO. Group Captain Nair is a distinguished graduate of the United States Air Force Air Command and Staff College, where he stood first among international officers. He holds advanced academic credentials in strategic studies, aeronautics, and defense research, including published work on artificial intelligence and its implications in modern warfare. India's space journey has evolved significantly. From landmark missions such as Mangalyaan to the nation's current ambition of human spaceflight. As part of India's prestigious astronaut program under ISRO, he represents the next phase of India's technological and scientific advancement. On the 27th of February 2024, he was conferred with India's astronaut wings by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. He is married to Lena, a noted actor and author, and is a proud representative of Kerala on the national and global stage. The CIO Association is honored to present the Tech Jewel of India Award 2026 to Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair, recognizing excellence at the intersection of technology, leadership, and national impact.
for his outstanding contribution to science, aviation, and the future of India's space exploration, we are proud to present the Tech Jewel of India Award 2026 to Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, let's all welcome Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nair on stage, the winner of the Tech Jewel of India Award 2026. Hearty welcome to you, sir. It is such an honor for us to have you with us here today. To present the award, I would like to invite on stage, with a lot of respect, the President of the CIO Association, Mr. Umesh Mehta, and the President of the Kerala chapter of the CIO Association, Mr. B. Srikumar. Here we are presenting the Tech Jewel of India Award to Group Captain Prashant Nair at GOCC 2026. Let's all be a part of these wonderful moments with a big round of applause. Recognizing an accomplished officer of the Indian Air Force, a highly skilled test pilot with years of flying experience, and one among the few chosen for India's most ambitious space mission.
Leadership and national.
Thank you, gentlemen. Prashant, sir, you have truly inspired all of us with your achievements. We now request you to speak a few words on this occasion.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jai Bharat. Jai Hind. Thank you, CIO. Thank you for everyone for taking out your valuable time to come here tonight and to honor me. I shall truly, cherish this, and this shall occupy a very important part of my house. A lot of compliments also. One of the best introductory videos I have seen also on this, and I'm sure a lot of effort has gone into that. So I'm really touched by the thing that you have done out here. Also, I can see most of you are in blue dress also. So that is the color of Air Force. So we call ourselves Men in Blue. And I congratulate all of you for your achievement in your individual life. All of you are achievers, and that's why you're here. And when Sugeesh reached out to me, very persistent person, I decided that I think I must come here. One, in God's own country's event. And secondly, I know all of you are the people who are the movers and shakers of your individual company. Without you, maybe the company, I can say, will not exist, So in this age of information warfare and propaganda, so you guys are the chief information officers of your company. You play all a very important role. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I think I'll continue, and I got a small or a big presentation. Like I say, sometimes I can do this in 10 minutes, or I can do this in 3 hours also. But I know it's a long day for you. You all have been here. What I'll try and do is that I will try and show you many vignettes of my own journey and the training that I've undergone in Roscosmos in Russia with the Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center, and also in NASA and other places within ISRO, and tell you what it means to be an astronaut, because many people do not realize, they just see the glitz and the glamour. I thought maybe you should all know, and you being the chief information officers, you can take this information back to your respective organizations and tell them what it means. And here, when I say an astronaut, I don't talk about my own journey as such. I mean, I don't want to say that I am the person who's important here, but it's this dress, what it represents. And the talk that I generally would like to give is, what is an astronaut state of mind? What does it represent? And what I generally say is something that what you see here. When you see something like this, do you see mathematics or do you see poetry? And my general hypothesis is that space is the ultimate place which stands for the healthy combination of science and art. I know you are all chief information officers of generally, I think, science and technology companies, and you are involved in many things like this, but I can maybe tell it out here that the reason that you all are leaders and successful in your life is because you have brought art into your science, which maybe you can't put into words. And that healthy combination of art in science is the reason that you all are successful leaders. So maybe by the end of this talk, you'll be able to tell whether this is poetry that you see or whether it is science. When you go up there and you think the astronaut is up there and that umbilical is connected to Earth, sometimes it makes you think who actually are the astronauts. Because when you look down from up there, you see this massive globe, round thing, object, which is going around the sun at 31 kilometers per second. You all are the astronauts. Your spaceship is called Earth, and I dare say your capsule is India, and your spacesuit is your skin. And I'm not talking about any kind of philosophy, it is science. We are astronauts on this fantastic spaceship called Earth. So let's begin the journey. Who am I? Like, who is an astronaut? So that's me, which you saw, and that was the first astronaut wings. I'm still wearing it right now with me. That's the first astronaut wings of India, which the Prime Minister awarded in 2024 in Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. So that's me, long time back, when I had something above my head, that fungus which I took off after some time, that's 1998, 99, when flying the Widowmaker, known as MiG-21 also, in Tejpur, Assam. So 99. And later on, I was the commanding officer of the Sukhoi squadron also there during the Doklam crisis with China. This was during 2015 era. So who is and why do we need to be a fighter pilot to become an astronaut? That's to say that I'm not only a fighter pilot, I'm also a test pilot. Test pilot doesn't mean that I'm always giving exams. Test pilot among fighter pilots are an exclusive group of people like, Neil Armstrong, all of us are test pilots. Because when you are doing a developmental vehicle like the Gaganyaan, which is not yet proven, you require crazy people like us to take this fast moving machine and to take action when something goes wrong really fast. You being chief information officers, you'll realize there's a lot of information that needs to be processed by the human brain by taking all the inputs. And if something goes wrong, because remember, this is the first time we are sending an Indian capsule on an Indian rocket, we need to take those actions very fast. So you need people like us who are trained to do this. We already are qualified in doing this in fighter aircrafts. When we put new systems, whether it's avionic systems, whether it is weapon systems, whether it is new engines, and take the aircraft throughout its flight regime before we release it for public use. So similarly, before our children, and most of you may be going to Moon and Mars in the future, before you can actually use those spacecrafts, people like us need to test it out. It's a whole lot of fun when you're sitting on the edge of your seat and you don't know what's going to happen. It's like the ultimate roller coaster ride. So that's what an astronaut is in the mission Gaganyaan. I don't know how many of you know what actually is mission Gaganyaan. Many people don't know. Mission Gaganyaan is to take an Indian rocket, LVM-3, in an Indian capsule, the Gaganyaan capsule, from an Indian spaceport in Sriharikota, which will be human certified, to 400 kilometers low Earth orbit and to get him down safely into the Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. We will be only the fourth country in the world after Russia, USA, and China to do this. Not even the Europeans, not even the Japanese, nobody has got it. It is very niche technology. This is Mission Gaganyaan. And that's why you require guys like us to do the initial testing so that tomorrow your children and your relatives can also make the journey. So what else does it involve? So I'm not just, flashy dresses. People like me have to study and do a lot of experiments also. That's an Indian sort of science, and testing certain aerodynamic decelerators. So studies also are required. And that's the Gaganyaan capsule and the LVM-3 rocket of which is being tested and human rated. We'll have few missions this year with the unmanned version so that before we send the manned version, maybe by next year. But what got me here, right? That's my journey. I would say that not too far from here is Sabrimala. And irrespective of our religion, irrespective of our denomination, we all have got something spiritual between us. For me, it was Lord Ayappa. And I realized, long time back that I always used to look for the next thing to be complete. That, I need to do this, I need to do that. And long time back, when I was a 9th standard student in 1990, on 2nd August, in a place called Kuwait. I saw tanks rolling in when Iraq attacked Kuwait. I was a young boy then in Kuwait. My father was working there. And I saw a line of tanks, and one of the tanks just turned its turret and took off the top floor of a Holiday Inn. I'll never forget that scene in my life. And then I heard like 1,000 thunderstorms, some very big sound. And then I realized on top of me, 3 fighter jets went. Later on, I realized it was a MiG-21 because they were taking out Farwania airport in Kuwait for the invasion, during the part of the invasion. And I got a faint glimpse of the helmet of the fighter pilot. And I thought, that must be God. Like a young boy, when I want to be God. We all want to be rich and powerful, right? And thus began my journey to become God. All powerful, all rich, everything I should have. So I thought for me, fighter pilot is God. I became a fighter pilot. Still not, satisfied. We always want to do some more thing, because once you get it, very soon we feel that that's not enough. Then I became a rocket scientist and I still was not enough. Then I became an astronaut and I realized it's not getting anywhere. Meaning, always you feel incomplete. And that's where I realized I used to keep going here. Something was written on top, which was the immortal words, Tattvamasi. That which I was searching for was already within me. There is nothing more to search for. Now just enjoy life knowing that you're complete. And that was my journey. So that's why I say in my own journey, the jump from fighter pilot to astronaut was when I realized that I'm totally complete right here, right now. What does that mean? It's not philosophy. When I'm standing here and talking to you, I give everything to this moment. I'm not stuck in the past, which becomes depression, or project myself in future, which becomes anxiety. This moment is all that exists, and I want to give 100%. Whatever happens next, it's fantastic, and it will happen only the best. So that's my philosophy, at least. But what does it mean? So I show you a lot of photographs. So this is me training in San Antonio, Texas, in which we are taken in the pressure chamber to a high altitude of around 25,000 feet or 30,000 feet. The oxygen is less, the pressure is less, and we are supposed to, you can see the condensation taking place also, and we are given a lot of situations in which we are supposed to be able to take very quick decisions. So we got trainings like this. And that's the centrifuge. I don't know how many of you know, it's like a washing machine in which you go. And the person there is not my grandfather, that is me only. So once you're in the centrifuge, you think it looks cool, right? In a fighter aircraft, like when Tom Cruise is pulling G in Top Gun. But that's how you look. I got a small video also to show you what happens inside. Can you just play the video, please? Who's the, oh, sorry. Somewhere? Someone can just play the video, just click down, yeah. So you can see I'm sitting inside, and on the background you can see the rotation. That's the centrifuge. It's rotating. Is the audio there? You can put the audio if it is there. Others.
So you are at 1.42 comfortable?
And you can see all the wires are inside because you're supposed to be perfect calm while doing this.
1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Pull more, 2, 3, breathe. Pull more, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 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 2, 3, breathe. Offload gradually, continue GSM and offload. Continue GSM and offload.
So that's, what happens inside the mask and the helmet. It's not all romantic looking at that time. What is happening is that your blood and G is increasing. Your body is being pulled down with extra gravity. Right now, we all are in one gravity, 1 G, 9.8 meter per second square. as you pull the centrifuge, get your entire body. But remember what is inside your body, the blood. So even though you see my eyes are open, very soon the blood drains from your brain and you start becoming blind with your eyes open. So what happens is you have all these techniques to tighten your stomach muscles and everything and push the blood back. Because if you do not do all that, very soon the blood from the brain will stop and you can die also. So we have all this equipment to make sure. And why is this required? Because when we are going to space or when you have fighter aircraft and all, we're pulling all this acceleration, we should not only survive, we are supposed to be operating at our most optimal level at that particular time also, whether it is to take a lock with the missile on the enemy or in the rocket to make sure we're pressing all the buttons. So that's why as part of the training, you can see all those wires are inside and the doctors and the other people are making sure that you are not getting a heart attack at that time, because there's no point surviving and not being able to take any action. So these are the kind of training we have got. And this is inside the Soyuz capsule in Moscow. You can see that is a suit. This is the same thing in Moscow. In the biggest centrifuge, you can see all the doctors are kitting me up. And they do all these tests to make sure that whether you're able to take all the actions in time. So what else does it mean to be an astronaut? So I'm also a fighter pilot, so we have to keep honing our skills, and that's me doing air-to-air refueling from one Sukhoi 30 to other Sukhoi 30. So what do you mean by air-to-air refueling? That means without landing on the ground, we refuel so that we don't waste time when we are going for our military operations. So I'm flying at around 5 to 6 kilometers and at around 500 to 600 kilometers per hour, and very close we go. You can see it's almost touching each other, and so it's dangerous also, but people like me are crazy, like I said. And we have to, this much bucket is there, we have to go and plug in and remain while the fuel is coming. This is the easy part, but remember when we do our missions, we go by night, we go by valleys of Kashmir to all the mountains, and we sometimes enter thunderstorms also. Whole lot of fun. It's for me, it's like a roller coaster ride. And I always tell my wife, I don't know why more people are not doing it. It's like for free, you can do all these fantastic things. And my wife, they mentioned, my wife Lena said that not everybody wants to sit on top of a rocket of 300 tons of fuel when you light it up from behind and fire is coming out. So that was a very big wake-up call for me. I realized everybody has different thrills in life. For me, it's like sitting on top of a firecracker when it's going up. So that's the kind of thrill which I like. This is also with me and my colleagues in Moscow when we do zero-G flight. We do all this flight training. I can show you some videos there. Can you play the video, please? This one also. You can play this video. You can play this also. Yeah, so like I said, it's a whole lot of fun. I don't know why more people are not doing it. Maybe that's the fun part, but it also, this is me in NASA. Part of the training also involves being a human guinea pig, right? Or everybody wants to do some experiment on you, but for the right or maybe the wrong reasons. So here you can see in NASA, they are pumping carbon dioxide into my lungs to see what is my carbon dioxide tolerance. So it's like going to Delhi for free. So in India, if you go to Delhi, you can get carbon dioxide, and you all should be lucky to be in this fantastic place where there's a lot of oxygen. Whoever thought the time would come when we'd be, raring for good air. So here, why do we need this? We are taking many things for life granted on Earth. Right now, you're breathing carbon dioxide, but where is it going? The molecular weight is different, and nature is taking care of us. It starts descending, and oxygen automatically comes because of the molecular weight. And when you know when you're in a closed environment, sometimes you get headache because there is not good ventilation. Remember, in microgravity in space, whatever you breathe out remains here. It's here. There is one carbon dioxide bubble here, things which you took for granted. Now, if you're sleeping and you're doing something, and if there is no ventilation, you might drown by carbon dioxide in your own carbon dioxide poisoning. So when something like this happens, we should know symptoms of carbon dioxide poisoning in different people and see what their tolerance are. So all these things are done to see how it is, and we start, appreciating oxygen more. What else is it? We also have a lot of medical tests. Every 6 months, a lot of medical tests are done on us. This is to see vestibular organ. So like I said, every scientist has a probe which will stick into us, all kinds of stuff are on our body. So a lot of medical tests. I'm just showing you a few of the photographs. But it's a lot of fun stuff. When you go to space, you also have to eat food, right? But we can't have our favorite Mysore Pak or Laddu because that one small thing will start floating in space if it is very granular. And you know Murphy's Law, it will start going into the socket and cause a short circuit. So we have to take pasty food or some other things and hold the cover close and have things like that. And you can't just drink water like that because it'll float everywhere. So we have to choose the right food, and also we should know how to cook the food. So just to cook, this is in NASA where we are having the the equipment just to put water and to take those desiccated dried food and to make it into something which is palatable. What else does it involve? It also involves to be like a corporate leader, to be part of many design review teams, because finally we are astronauts and we have the highest stake in any launch. So the rocket, as it is getting ready over the period of the year or 6 months, we are part of various teams to make sure that the launch campaign or schedule is taking place without any problem. What else does it involve? Obviously wearing the cool suits, so as to make sure that our children get the right photographs. So that's also very important. And we are also given a lot of camera training so that the right frames are chosen. Like, each and everything that happens in space, we have to rigorously plan, and we have to make sure we are ready for it. So in case there's a fire or there is some poisoning, because the capsule and everything have got all this thermal and many other kinds of stuff which is running through them. And if there is some kind of debris, maybe some lethal thing can flow in. So when it happens, you have to pull up the mask and do something very fast. And we are assessed in all this, and there are a lot of equipment which are made sure that we can survive space. What else is there? Also, in space, we are only the plumber, we are only the electrician. So you know those movies that the hatch is very important, outside is vacuum. So we should know each and everything about every equipment in the machine that we are there, right from opening each and every bolt and repairing it also. Because in space, if something goes wrong, you need the right tool. Imagine if one screwdriver, you're not careful and the head breaks. You can't spend $400 million to launch one more spacecraft to get one screwdriver. So it starts making you think, do you design stuff in such a way that tomorrow we have got 3D printers and all, or you make an equipment in such a way that you can use minimal tools? So this is where a particular dangerous or an inhospitable environment or a costly environment is driving innovation and technology so that you can achieve the maximum. So things like this also we are given. And you can see all these kinds of equipments, electrical equipment, computers, everything is there. We are only the, troubleshooters. Everything that happens there, a lot of computers, there's a lot of Wi-Fi network also. There is a lot of information being pumped up from Mission Control Center. But there are blind zones and there can be emergencies. So we are supposed to be knowing all these things, how to repair, whether it's software, whether it's hardware, whether it's actual other things, making observations. You can see even knowing how to operate cameras of all kinds. Other thing is to be a student always. He is my instructor, who's much younger to me. So we are told always to respect our instructors and continue to learn something new, because always technology is going on improving. And like in your own, I'm sure, companies, this is one thing which is always there, continuity training. So here the thing is that as astronauts, the youngsters will keep coming and telling us, because we generally are the more permanent people. So one thing is to make sure that our egos are less and we are always in the receptive mode. What else is there? Also the Mission Control Center. This is the famous Houston Mission Control Center. I heard Houston, we have a problem. This is in Houston, Johnson Space Center. So we are taught how to remain on the other side of Mission Control Center and how to control and the entire International Space Station operations. So these are some of those photographs. Along with that, also we have to do team building, a lot of team building. But here with the astronauts, we go to very inhospitable terrains. This is in Mexico, the Gulf of, not the Gulf of Mexico, but the Baja Peninsula. And we go to 5-6 days out in our canoes and do a lot of team building because it's finally being in space is like one big boss. All kinds of training we do. Also, we do a lot of psychological training because as teammates, we should know each other and make sure that we stick out for each other, because the lowest member out there, when we are in a closed environment, can pull down an entire spacecraft. So we have to make sure we are psychologically strong. A lot of training there. This is in Moscow. Remember, once the capsule lands back also, there might be, because it's coming back at 8 to 10 kilometers per second and entering the atmosphere like a meteor. So there'll be a lot of fire, there'll be a lot of ablative bottoms which is burning off. But if something happens and after landing over the sea, it starts sinking, very soon we have to jump out of the capsule and learn to survive for 2 days in the open ocean. So this is part of the ocean survival training in Moscow. Then if it lands over the desert, we have to survive for 2 days over the desert before help can come. So this is desert survival. And the joke which I make is that Napoleon and Hitler could not survive the Russian winter, but we survived the Russian winter. 2 days we had to survive the Russian winter also, minus 30, and somehow survive outside there. But it's good, learn all kinds of survival mechanisms. Then in case after landing, coming back from space, we land over the ocean. You would have seen like the Artemis crew who had come back also. After landing there, it's a helicopter will take you to, the land. So the helicopter might crash, right? So we go to so much preparation that in case the helicopter crashes, how do you escape from a helicopter? So we are given helicopter survival training also, in which we are put into something like this and inverted into a swimming pool with all the harness on and mask, and we are supposed to escape and survive from that and make sure colleagues also survive. Then we are supposed to be scientists carrying out all those experiments. So whatever experiments carried out in space, we are supposed to be knowing it thoroughly. And that's the Axiom spacesuit, which is going to be on the surface of the moon very soon. So I was lucky enough to try it out. It's the Artemis spacesuit made by the Axiom company. We have a lot of fun. That's bottom on there is the space toilet. Remember, we have to go to toilet in space, but you are floating. So it's very important to have potty training, one of the most important things which we undergo. So a lot of such training is there in which we interact with the people, a lot of camera training, lot of, as you can see as information, a lot of electronics, information, all kinds of troubleshooting, all kinds of equipment handling, so that you get the perfect picture, for when we go up to space. Everything looks good from far, but there's a lot of effort and training, not just from us, but the entire nation and entire system just to get few astronauts up into space. So that's me, my colleague when he returned from space, I went to receive him, and Shukla, and that's Air Commodore Ravish Malhotra, who was the backup astronaut to Rakesh Sharma in 1984. He came to see us in Houston when we were there, and that's the overall which he wore in 1984. So, a lot of, and he's 90 years old. He came after a hip replacement surgery here in India. So a lot of family effort goes into all this, These are all the astronauts who are training there in Houston. One big family, people from all around the world, right from Japan to all European countries to Canada to Russian astronauts. And you can see on the bottom left is Rakesh Sharma, sir. And that's our chairman. People from all around the world are there. This is so part of the training is also with SpaceX, Elon Musk. That's Hawthorne, California, and that's a Falcon 9 which comes back. And there is South Texas, Boca Chica, where the Starship is being made. Those are the rockets which will take humanity back to Moon and Mars. It's a Elon Musk factory which they're going to make one rocket at the rate of every 2 weeks. Massive establishment. But the reason I'm showing you this is that when I went there, I saw at least 33% of the people there were Indian American scientists, So it shows that what kind of country we are, and only we are capable of most of this. But still, we should dream high. And we are one big family. So whenever any launch takes place and we are recovering also, everybody gets together. The way you all are like one family, everything is there. Because in our dangerous profession, anything can happen. And we require a lot of family support. So what does it mean to be an astronaut? I would say it summarizes here. an astronaut or a human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hawk, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch menu, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization for insects. So this is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to be doing all this. But like I said, I could not have asked for another life. It's so fantastic, so many things to do, even including coming and meeting people from all streams of life. I was just telling Sugish also, I just came back yesterday from Delhi and meeting many military people, and I'm also a military person, but we're having a conference there. I keep traveling and I'm part of many other organizations and all. It's so good to have a flavor of the entire our nation in front of us, and knowing there's so many people with so many achievements, and all of us through something or other are contributing to our nation building. So, who is an astronaut is the question I asked, but I think the better question is that in this, NASA itself has told it, because we generally take all the things which Americans have written, right, and they put down. They have said something known as a systems engineer, because when in all kinds of jobs, most of you are engineers also, people think it's only involves engineering. But systems engineer is a guy who's supposed to do everything, and that I feel is a leader. And this is the definition he says. And you can see it's an art and science. So coming to my original thesis, what makes us different, and what I would encourage all of you, and I tell our children also everywhere, please make sure that it's not only science, you bring art into your profession. So because even here it's a system engineering is a holistic integrative discipline, and see what's written in the last. It produces a coherent whole that is not dominated by the perspective of a single discipline. So what's the astronaut way of thinking? It is the most logical way of thinking. It is science and art. It is left brain, right brain. It is maths and it is poetry. The question we should ask is, why should anyone be an astronaut, or why should you have this state of mind? Well, I would say it's so that you know how to go to the toilet properly. I'm not joking. It is so that we don't take the most simplest things in life for granted. We don't even think, right, when we go to a bathroom, we are talking, we're doing something, it's the most menial thing. Thank Mother Nature for allowing you to stand in one place while going to the bathroom. So that's why we go to space. That's why we do the things that we do, because we shall not cease from exploration. And the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Just to be in this beautiful land, God's own country, beautiful nature, clean oxygen, fantastic cuisine, next to the seaside, in a great place under this air conditioned things. You're all ahead of the curve already. But each person is always saying that, oh my God, I wish only if life was better. The thing is that we are here, but we want to be there. The moment we reach there, there becomes here. So again, we feel incomplete. So things like going to space or putting yourself into a difficult situation, why we should do every once in a while is so that we don't take the things which we already have for granted. All of you are accomplished people, I don't have to tell you. But for our children, I always tell them that please don't ever feel that you're incomplete, because the greatest thing that everybody keeps telling them, especially in this Instagram generation, is that they are not enough. And I request all of you, please don't make them get that feeling. And similarly, in your own office and in your own places where you're working, your subordinates, never humiliate them and never make them get that feeling that they are not enough, because they are enough. Why? Because of the Sputnik moment. 1957, the Sputnik satellite was launched. The first satellite, I know most of you would remember that or would know about it. But what did it mean by launching Sputnik satellite when USSR launched it in 1957? For USSR and all its allies in the Cold War, it meant the arrival of space age. But for America and all the NATO allies, it meant the arrival of precise nuclear delivery ballistic technology with USSR. And hence was born DARPA. I'm sure most of you know, DARPA is Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. So that USA started in 1958. Once this happened, because they said, never again we shall be technologically surprised by any other country in the world. And DARPA is the one who invented DARPA Net, which became internet. And they invented GPS, which is the reason most of it. So all these things happened because of some suffering. So I always tell also, when we are choosing a route on GPS, it never tells destination failed, right? When you do not reach and this obstacle comes, it says rerouting. So in our life also, all the obstructions that come, just make sure that we reroute. Anything that comes in life is so that we do the next step. So in our own life, in our own mission, I would like to define something known as the Gaganyaan moment, which will come very soon when we launch the first Indian using our own spacecraft. What is the Gaganyaan moment? When COVID happened, only a country like India, few countries could manufacture their own COVID vaccine, and we were among the only country who gave it to other people before we ourselves had it for our own population. And not only the government, not even one citizen protested. No other country will do it because they are selfish. Only India can do it. This is our Indian state of mind. We have already forgotten that. So this time when we go to space, we know that we are holding space for the rest of humanity. Because like in the 300, 400 years back, when this colonizing power started going out, they started carving up the world as colonies. Very soon, going to space, going to moon and Mars, these countries will start carving up these places. But this time, India will go there. And for India to have a say, when the Outer Space Treaty and many of these things are done, we should have that capability. This is why a human should go to space, an Indian should go to space. But remember the COVID example which I gave. When India does something, we don't do it selfishly. So here, all those countries who cannot send their human beings to space, whether it is Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia, they know that when India goes, we will hold it for everybody else. We lost the UN Security Council seat. We lost the seat in the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. And you see the chaos in the world. But this time, when the space treaties and other things will be rewritten, India will have to be included because we'll be having the technology of launching our human being to space. And we will make sure it is done equitably. This is your legacy and the children. Please remind your children, yourself, what a great nation we are. Because many times we are underconfident. This is what I would want all of you to know. Thank you. So what is it I always say? The Prime Minister has generally told the nation has always valued knowledge, spirituality, and collective well-being over individual possessions. This is not just empty words. It's always something which we have been doing. And the last line says, the fruits of knowledge and progress are shared for the collective good rather than personal gain. It is not empty words. Many countries like the US, they say we do everything for the whole of humanity. Just prefix before humanity for all of American humanity. And you know that is true. They will never use our systems. They will use only a Gmail and they will only use their own kind of system. Most of you work in American companies, you know. But the thing is that we will use American systems. We should use our systems also. We should use a Zoho Mail. We should use an Aratai. We should promote our startups. We should promote our homegrown startups. We are not like China, which bans everything. We are not like America also, which is using its own monopoly to promote their people. We use everything else, but do not deride our own technology because of that. We are fantastic people who are running the engines of the world. But why is it that we only remain as CEOs of company, whether it's a Sundar Pichai or Satya Nadella? Why do we require a Westerner to come here and say, oh, great Indians, we'll use this, and make a company out of them and own the copyright and IP, but they should just be our slaves? Is this the reason why 10,000 Britishers came and ruled over an entire continent? Maybe that's the reason. You should have more confidence over yourself. Sitting here, we are all wearing T-shirts which are manufactured in Tirupur and Ludhiana. But the instructions there will be in UK size and US size, but not in an Indian size. You'll be wearing shoes which are manufactured here, but you'll have US size, UK size, maybe Mexican size. You will have wash instructions in your shirt, which will be in 10 languages, including 4 European languages, maybe Arabic, maybe Burmese, maybe some other languages and Turkish, but not in one Indian language, even though all this is made here. If you put it in Malayalam, the Bengali will have a problem. If you put it in, Rajasthani, the Tamilian will have a problem. But none of us have a problem if you put it in Spanish. Just see what mentality it is. Actually, all those countries are thinking, what's wrong with these guys? They are India. We are not some Fiji, Suriname, or some other Arab country who cannot manufacture any of this. We are manufacturing anything in the world. All of you are making fantastic software and many other kind of things for the companies which you work in. But just imagine what is happening. That we do all this and still many places we are treated like we do not deserve it. They will never give you the treatment. You should do it. If USA had a sufficient Malayali population or a sufficient Bengali population, in the T-shirts which he gets from Tirupur, he will make sure Malayalam or Bengali is put. But we ourselves will not put it there. We will not say that this company, when it sells in Kerala, should have one thing in Malayalam. When it sells in UP, it should have something in Hindi. Why not? We have got 1.4 billion people, right? First, we should demand it ourselves, and that is where the thing will come. We should have quality, and we should demand it. We are India. We are not some other country. All of you are fantastic people. People around the world will die to have people like you in their company, right? But just make sure we make sure we use a Facebook also, but we'll use a Zoho Mail also. And you all know it. That when a KPMG and those big fives come and say that we need to do this in a company so as to make it profitable, very secretly or something, they will also slip in that when you use this, make sure you migrate this to Microsoft Outlook or something else. They also push their agenda. But how many of us will go somewhere else and say that, okay, you need to change this in your company and put one of our companies through it? No, we do a crab mentality and pull our people. Develop wealth through private and make sure our country prospers. What else? So already Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, many great leaders have already given what we need to do. I don't have to elaborate it. So do you see maths or do you see poetry? I hope I've been able to tickle that, and maybe you see something between. It's a mix of both. It's beauty is an eye of beholder. So this is not two people, it's your own. You only are the same. It's your hands. What I want to say is that both these are on you. Please have art in your science and science in your art. It is there in our culture, Ardhanareshwari. This is all symbolic. Nothing to do with religion or anything. That both man and woman, the opposites are in you only. Embrace it and make sure your children also embrace it. That's me. Do you see art or science? So I was not always like this. I was something like that also a few years back. But I made sure I had to inculcate art and science in my life also and become something for the country. So that's it. Please tell your children yourself, please do not have any fear of missing out. From fear of missing out, come to relief on missing out. That's my own terminology. And then finally, equanimity, neither fear nor relief on missing out. Always be a lifelong student. I'm telling you some things which got me. Doesn't mean to keep giving exams. It means always be open to learning new things in life. And I'm sure as CIOs, that's one of the things you always are faced with. Heroes and celebrities, I used to ask children, what do you want to be? And many of them told me they want to be YouTube celebrities. Nothing wrong. But then I said that you're already celebrity there. Your parents, your grandparents are your biggest celebrities. But when we are sitting with them, we don't give them any importance. We'll go into a mobile phone. And the moment some random people will give us likes, we are so happy, which we don't know. Maybe it's an algorithm giving us likes. But the people are looking at you and say, Mone, should I give you something? We say, don't disturb me right now. The ones who want to treat you like celebrity in your colony, in your places, we treat them very badly. But some random algorithmic warriors who are giving you likes will die for them. I mean, it's a thing to think about in this present way. So I would always say we are heroes and celebrities. You're doing fantastic work in your organizations. You are heroes and celebrities for the subordinates in your office. And we don't have to go anywhere else. We just need a niche crowd and be genuine in them. Personal trainers, I always say we go to gyms and we pay money and do our biceps build up and all. They'll tell us to do a lot of things. They will shout at us, but we don't have any complaints because we have paid money there and we know we are finally going to get muscles. But all the people who give us pain in life, we say they are enemy. No, those enemies or the people who give us pain in life are free personal gym trainers who are teaching us how to be better in life. So personally, I don't respond or react. I respect them. Thank you for becoming the obstacle in Google Map, which made me take the new route. And because of this new route, I found the love of my life. I found the job I want to do. I found the house that I want to build. So there is no misstep. When one door closed, one entire gate opened for me. Be one, I tell the children, like you're 1 year old, seeing everything without judgment, that rose smell, seeing sunshine. We have forgotten those simple things in life. You're sitting here in Kerala, just see what a beautiful place. You'll not go out even appreciate this, right? I have been to all inhospitable places. We are standing in a place where 365 days of a year, there's fantastic weather. That's why there's so much of bounty. We take it for granted. Always be one, meaning endeavor to be one in everything, but without negative competition, and be one, that universal one, that when you go outside and see that earth is one, it's one pixel, zoom out and you realize that we are all one. It's like the individual cells in your body, the liver cell having competition with the brain cell till the time they realize they are Prashant. So be one. So I hope I'm able to convince you now that from the astronaut state of mind, we need to do something totally Indian, and the Indian is Gaganyatri state of mind. I want all of you to inculcate that. And with that, space, blackness, left and right. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. That's my outreach email, astropapanair HSFC, and those are my handles, because without a digital signature nowadays, you don't exist, right? So that's what I am. I don't know whether we got time. I'm sorry I had to rush through, but I know you guys are already late, so I just want to make sure that because of me, you don't get late any further. Thank you, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for the highly insightful session. We request you to kindly remain on stage for a moment. Thank you for being kind enough to share your personal experiences with us, for giving us a glimpse into the life of an astronaut. Yes, let's thank him with a big round of applause. Thank you so much for giving us this unique experience. So many takeaways from your session. Now, we would like to present a token of our love and appreciation, inviting Mr. Jojo Jose, the Vice President of CIO Association Kerala Chapter, and Mr. Rajesh, the Treasurer, to adorn him the Ponnada. A token of our respect, we would like to adorn him the Ponnada and say a big thank you. Here we have Jojo sir and Rajesh sir joining us on stage to present the Ponnada. Once again, a big thank you to Group Captain Prashant Nair for gracing us here at GOCC 2026. Thank you so much, sir, for being here to add more value to our event. Now to present the memento, I would like to invite on stage our Secretary, Mr. Sukesh Subramanian. Of course, Prashant sir is special for all the Malayalis present here for one more reason. He is married to our beloved actress Lena, who I'm sure is his biggest support system now. And on behalf of the entire CIO Association, here we have Mr. Sukesh presenting the memento. I would like to request all the MC members to join the other dignitaries on stage now. Can we have all the MC members on stage? To make these moments even more beautiful, requesting all the MC members to kindly come on stage. What a beautiful sight. We have a bunch of luminaries together on this prestigious platform. Yes, so we're going to take a group selfie. I definitely want in on this. So yes, with all of us, Prashant sir is going to take a selfie. Yes, the official photo team. I guess you can also take a group picture. Yes, you please do come forward. Let's all make sure we are there in the frame. Everyone, take a few steps forward. Let's all make sure we are visible. 3, 2, 1, smile. Yes, a thumbs up for moments. Thank you so much. Once again, a big thank you to Prashant Nair sir for doing this for us, for making these moments even more special for us. Thank you. I know most of us are still starstruck. We have this icon with us here, and he has been kind enough to share a lot of his personal experiences with us. Indeed, a wonderful opportunity for all of us here at GOCC 2026. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a session coming up. I would like to request all of you to settle down so that we can quickly proceed to the next session. All right, he's being surrounded with love. It is very heartwarming to see that. But at the same time, I would like to request all of you to get back to your seats as soon as possible so that we can continue and so that he can leave.